Okay, there we go. Starsector. So I have not played this game in over a year. Shockingly, which is really shocking, actually. I mean, when I say play, I mean really play it. But anyway, mods and stuff. Big ones that really matter the most are Nexerlin and the Star Wars 2020 mod, which is amazingly still being updated, which is great. I think that, oh, and they're running a mod so that we have a max level of 40. Hopefully that still works. Didn't really try it out. It's kind of hard to test out. So, but anyway, we'll be starting the game. Dun, dun, dun. Gimpy, honorific. Let's go captain. Help pop-ups? Now we don't need those. Need a different one of these. So we got all kinds of portraits to pick from. Dun, dun, dun. Mod add new stuff. Which one? Who should I be? Oh, new Star Wars stuff. I honestly don't know. I didn't read the stuff that's been filled in the past year or so. So I honestly don't know what's actually changed inside the Star Wars mod. Should have been Mandalorian. Let's be a Mandalorian. Be a stormtrooper. Or actually, that's not a. Well, it is a stormtrooper, but. I should have taken a screenshot of my bounty hunter in the Old Republic and put it in here somehow. I don't know even how to do that. Let's do that one. Okay, mix. Continue. Maybe more Super Star Destroyers? I don't know if they need to do that. It's already got tons of them. Stuff. Start playing. So, Nexerlin, we can do stuff. So, I want to do random core worlds. This does. This allows us to pick the factions we want to use because we've learned the Star Wars mod is very unbalanced in relation to, specifically in relation to the core vanilla factions like the Hegemony and Tritachyon, those guys. They don't stand a chance against the Star Wars stuff. So what we do when we do these ones, we turn those factions off, and it's just the Star Wars mods and maybe a couple of the vanilla ones like Independents and Pirates and stuff, just to keep things a little interesting for us to pick on things when we need money, right? So that's what we're going to be doing again today. So sector generation, extra colonies at start. That's okay. Faction settings. So starting faction relations are default, so that means the Empire and the Republic are going to hate each other, that kind of thing. Faction respawn. No, so once a faction is eliminated, they are gone. Evil. Only works with random core world setting, which I thought I said. Guess I didn't. So faction settings, there we go. So use faction weights, whatever that means. Enable civil factions. So Black Sun, that's Star Wars. CIS is Star Wars. Chiss is Ascendancy. These are all the Star Wars stuff. Hegemony, go away. Independent. You keep them around for reasons. Ludic Church, we don't need our Ludic Church. Ludic Path. They're a pain, but they're a way to make money. Mandalorians, of course, Star Wars, New Republic, Persian League, go away. Pirates, keep them around. Republic, of course, and Daring a Dictac, you go away. Tritachyon goes away. And Zan Consortium, that is Star Wars. So, we still can end up with a fair amount of factions to worry about. So there's those guys. Sector generation. Populated systems, 14. This is a target number of systems. Actual populated systems could count may be more or less than this. So this is fine. Populate planets, that's fine. Stations, it's the same deal. Okay. Other options. So this is other stuff to enable. So the Prism Freeport, this is just a big place to do trade. So no big deal there. Starfarer mode. I don't know what that means anymore. Oh, sorry. Hard. Oh, it's hard mode. Other factions are more aggressive towards yours. 25% lower colony growth, shrink rate, blah, blah, blah. In terms of, I don't care about that stuff. Random start. It's dedication. We're not going to be doing that because we're going to be aligning with a specific faction. Own faction start. Anyway, again, not that big deal. Starting neighbors. Sure. Skip the story. Allow the player to skip certain base game and mod missions as if they had been completed. Meh. Don't worry about that. Okay. Proceed. So we're going to go the easy way. Well, maybe not the easy way, but we want to go the fun way, which is with the Empire. Now, we could do our own faction. This is generally a little bit tougher overall, mainly because you are independent and all the Star Wars factions basically start off as neutral towards you, and you can, work with your relationship with them. Not a big deal, but you do start with a plan you have to manage, and the downside to that is the income. The income you have to generate in order to keep your base, your original planet to be developed, and you have to worry about being invaded, all this other fun stuff. On top of other stuff that you have to pay for, like maintaining your ships and every cost that they do. So we're not going to do that this time, and maybe next time. But in this case, we're going to stick with the Empire. And the reason we do this is because we start off with some nice ships that we get to choose from, and we also get paid. We get paid. Can we start with the Tector? Can start with an Imperial 2, which is almost as good. That's an assault ship. It's a Victory 1. No, it doesn't look like we can. Well, we might be able to combat large. It's a Pro Crusader. Crusader Star Destroyer is an Imperial warship in the Star Destroyer design theme. The Pro Crusader was similar in appearance to the Imperial Star Destroyer. It was slightly shorter, yeah, so it's smaller. So no, you cannot start with the big ship. And a Tector is the... Oh, that's a Republic thing. I wonder if you could. Public. 2 Venators and a Victory 1. That's a lot of missiles there. There's a lot of missiles in that fleet. Combat large. Legacy class Republic Star Destroyer. Legacy is a good Star Destroyer. It's not a Tector though. So no, you cannot start with the big ship. Because that would be a little OP. It'd be fun, but it'd be OP. Proclamator is good too. The Republic actually has some decent ships. The Venator is a really good missile ship. The Victory 1 is a good missile ship. This is a good anti-fighter ship. The Proclamator. The Legacy is a solid battleship. But I don't want to do Republic. Although we could. It didn't even occur to me to do Republic earlier today. Tector is Imperial Star Destroyer. Tector is Imperial Star Destroyer 2 redesigned for laser armaments instead of fighters. Yeah, but I think it's isn't it technically a Republic ship though? Or am I thinking a different one? Super Star. Yeah, see, that's the whole reason of doing that. I mean, once you get a Super Star Destroyer, the game's over. Hell, it's probably over before you get a Super Star Destroyer, but there's at least 3 of them. 3 designs of the Super Star Destroyer. No? No what? Tector was Empire. Okay. Well, if we'll know soon enough. But I thought it was Republic. Because I'm thinking a different one, probably a different ship, similar. We don't want to do. What did I want to do? I think I wanted to do the trade fleet here. There's choices. We want to do the trade because we get the Victory 1 Star Destroyer, which is a nice little missile boat. There's a little Lancer, which is good for shooting out fighters and whatever, and missiles. And then we have a super freighter for transporting stuff. Or I can do a large one, but I don't want to. I don't want to start with an Imperial 2 because that feels like cheating. They are super strong, especially early game. So I think we can go with the trade with the Victory 1 and these guys. There's not a lot of firepower here. It's capable, but it's not a ton of fireball. It doesn't feel OP. It'll take a little while to build up. So that's what we're gonna go with. So Victory 1, the Lancer, the Freighter, crew, supplies, heavy machinery, fuel, stuff. Okay, so how much money do you want to start with? Start off at level 3 with 1 officer, or... Like I said, it's been a while, so we're going to cheat a little bit. I'll go for 250,000 credits. Level 6. It'll be fine. So, unknown. Begin with an existing story. You are unknown to this sector at large, free to shape your own future. Or heavy debt. Lingering debt from your previous life still follows you. You hope to escape it someday. No, I don't, because I don't have any. So, we are unknown. And then leveling up. So I like to start on the industry side of things because there's reasons here. Specifically, more cargo capacity, more fuel capacity, personal capacity increases the burn level of all non-militarized civilian grade ships by 2. So that means that little freighter that's following us around, he's going to fly faster too. So we want that. Salvaging, basically more loot. Repair rate. Hull and armor damage taken, repaired after combat, ends at no cost, maximum 25%. Recovered ships start with more hull integrity and combat readiness. Or...
You did it wrong.
This is piloted ships.
This is how you do it.
We want fleet stuff.
Warg. Please excuse me. That was embarrassing. I meant to say... Jag.
Okay, some more fleet stuff here. Crew loss due to hull damage. Reduce fuel consumption by 25% or 25 units, whichever is lower. More fuel salvage. So, yes. And we also get the emergency burning ability. No longer reduces combat readiness. Makeshift equipment. Reduces monthly supply consumption for ship maintenance. Remote surveying equipment. All industries supply 1 more. We don't have as industries yet. Phone. Maximum value of custom ship and weapon production per month. So this doesn't really affect us. Mrs. Skippy answering the phone. Okay, so I got 2 more points to do. So I want to get these guys if we can. So this is the big one. This is the big one. Hull restoration. All of your ships are almost always recoverable if lost in combat. That's a big deal. Ships lost in combat have a 75% to 90% chance to avoid demods. Demods are damage modifications. So basically when a ship takes a lot of damage, they get permanently damaged. That's what a demod is. So this reduces that chance. Chance to remove 1 demod per month from a randomly selected ship in your fleet. Faster for low DP ships. So that's the biggest one right here. Because when you salvage ships, usually you salvage them because they've been defeated in combat and they've taken big damage usually, which means they have demods. So it's great to get a ship for free, but those demods are really expensive to remove because you can remove them, but again, they're really expensive. This skill here makes it a random thing. Every month there's a chance that those things just get removed off a random ship if there's demods on them. So this is a great way to get some ships into better working order for basically no cost. Just have to be patient. And chance to quickly remove 1 demod from newly acquired ships, higher for ships with more demods. So quickly remove 1 demod from newly acquired ships. Not exactly sure how that works, but we're not going to worry about it. And 15% maximum combat readiness for all ships. So combat readiness is always nice to have. So, and we have 1 point left. Deployment point cost of ships reduced by 6% per DMOD. Hull deployment cost reduction also applies to maintenance cost. I think. What is this one? Repair rate outside of combat. It's faster. Some of the hull armor damage taken in repaired after combat ends at no cost. I'm gonna do that one. Okay, so yes, this feels like cheating, but I haven't played in a while. So I don't care. Cheating is fun. Okay, so where'd they put us? Shiana Jungle World. So this is an Imperial planet. Map. So this is our solar system we're currently in. So we're here on the right. We've got some New Republic over there. Got some stuff there. It's a nice little. Oh, they've already got this desert world. Okay, so that's not too bad. And then the sector itself. So this is the world, or the galaxy as we know it. Currently right in the middle. See the fireworks either way. I know. I know. So now with the randomization of stuff. So we have to do some exploring. Oops. Get used to the buttons. So all these little stars out here that don't have names around them means we haven't explored them. Doesn't mean they're not explored. It just means we haven't been there. And be curious to see where. So we still have to find like where Coruscant and Chandrilla and all those other fun planets are. Mandalorian, or Mandalore, sorry. So they're out here somewhere. We just have to find them. Okay, so let's land on the planet. Okay, so our fleet, our Victory 1 needs some work. It's our Lancer. It's got one ordnance point. I think that's because it's loaded out with stuff already, and of course the flank of that thing. Buying ships. So this is the open market currently. This is all the ships we can currently buy, if we want to. Question is, do we want to? Neutron Star. Ooh, another freighter. Military, we cannot buy any of these ships yet because we don't have the reputation. Oh, actually, no, we can buy a couple of the cheaper ones. See, we have to be more cooperative with the Empire before we can get the good stuff. But light cruiser, the broadside. I don't remember this one. That's the first reduce of the con. Okay, so it's fast missile racks, reloads all missile weapons, mounts 4 missiles, 4 small energy, 4 medium laser. So what is this? This is a destroyer. So that's actually a pretty decent ship for its size. It already comes with all this stuff on it too. Maybe. Someday. 200 grand, that'll break us, so we don't want to do that. But anyway, just want to look at that. Black market. Ooh, Victory 1 on the black market. Still above our pay grade. So we're still going to see, you know, the not so good vanilla ships here, because we have pirates and those guys flying around, so we're still going to see these ships flying around too. Which of course we can salvage and then sell for money. Okay, so there's that. Trade goods. So what do we have to buy here? It says stabilized shields. We don't really care about stabilized shields. This is the amount of soft flux raised shields generate per second by 50%. Doesn't affect the hard flux generation. Converts 10% of the hard flux damage taken by shields to soft flux. This effect only applies in hull mod. Is built into the hull using a story points. That's something else. Oh, story points. I'll worry about that later. Starting stuff, yeah, there, and there. This is all our blueprint packages, so we'll be able to make some stuff later on. The Janus drive, that's for going through Stargates, basically. As far as money goes, crew. So we have more crew than we need. Number of crew and fleet, and the number needed to meet the minimum. So the minimum for the fleet is 480. We're currently at 576, so we're good there. Fuel and supplies. Fuel is currently 25 price per unit. So is that good or bad? So this is the price of fuel that we know of. Best prices to buy. So 25 isn't a bad price. So stick that. Oops. Nope, stop. Come back. So you have to use some fuel. So let's pick up some. I'm not sure how far that gets us. And fuel only is needed when you travel outside of a star system. Around a star system, it's only supplies, but outside. Price here is 58 per unit. Base price for this stuff is like 100. So 750 units can be brought at a lower price. So we're going to do there, because we have the space. Because down here, lower left-hand corner, the white bars are storage capacity. Just over, going to break 50% there. Fuel tank, a little low. Okay, so fuel tank's almost all the way up. Let's keep us going for it. We got lots of supplies. We eat up 5.7 supplies per day. I think we can live with that. Weapons. Okay, so current ships. So 30 ordnance points, which means we can make some modifications to the hull and stuff. We can add some more capacitors or vents. And again, flux is basically heat. So the more capacitors you have, the bigger your heat pool, and the vents is how fast that heat pool gets dissipated. So now we are working towards the secular and missile boats. Sure. Okay, and again, missile boat. So it's got 8 missile launchers. These are assault concussions. These are specifically used against armor. So what we usually do for this thing is we take the first 4 out and replace these with mass driver missiles, which are anti-shield. So the general concept is these guys, are in the front of the pack, hopefully, and they hit the shields first, and then the other missiles, the ones that do the armor damage, hopefully the shields are, beat up enough so that these go through and hit the armor and then try to kill the ship. Hopefully. Okay, so we have regular TIE fighters, crappy, and then we have interceptors, which are good at killing stuff, but they die pretty quick too because they have no shields. And what are our options here? Are these red? Probably because they're military stuff and they're outside of our... Oh, because they're black market. Buy legal. So this is our legal buys. Interceptors and Reapers, attack landers. What do these guys do? Other resupply fighters. So 2 laser cannons and deflector shield, and they resupply nearby friendly starfighters. Not really useful for us because we don't have anybody who needs to be resupplied. Shooting Uber laser from the Eclipse would be much more effective than any missiles. Yeah, as long as you can hit with it. We'll take the regular TIE fighters out and throw an interceptor in. Same cost. As far as weapons go. Quad lasers, only 5 of them available. Lasers was an immensely scaled up version of the blaster and laser cannon. So the laser cannon and the quad lasers are meant to shoot down fighters and missiles and things, so it's point defense. We need more than 5. We need at least 6. 8 weapon groups.
You need to get up and step away from the computer.
And we need 8 of them.
That was really bad.
But we gotta start somewhere. So we'll swap these guys in. Oh, and the same cost too. When did that change? So the main difference, laser cannons, range of 500, damage of 40, damage per second is 80. Quad lasers, range of 600, damage is 30 times 2, so basically firing 2 shots, and damage per second is 63. So how did this happen? Good, fast. Refire rate is 0.5. Refire rate in seconds is wow, these are slower than... These used to be better. I mean, these had the better range, and it's 30 times 2, so 60 damage as opposed to the 40 per shot. But the damage per second, that's because these fire faster. The refire delay is only 0.5 as opposed to 0.95. Decisions. We'll take the longer range. So weapon groups. So what we do here is we put all these guys over to 7. Don't really care where they are. So auto fire. We want to auto fire everything. What this does is these weapons will auto fire if we're not firing them manually. Typically, the weapons that I fire manually put in group 1 because it makes my life easier. Make sure I give me the missiles. Missiles be linked. Group 2 is alternating. So all these guys we're going to move for now until we get things situated. Okay, so point defense, group 7, and group 1. These are quad turbo lasers. So these guys are actually in the middle. Those 3 big ones on the middle, so we leave you in group 2. Anybody else? Doesn't really matter. Oh, where are you? Where are you that are facing forward like that? Oh, because it's these guys. Never mind. I'm smart. Alternating linked. So linked obviously means they're linked. And when they're linked, that means they fire all at once. If they can. But when they're alternating, they fire, one at a time. So it's bang, 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 if they can fire. So why do we alternate other than linked? Because it looks cooler. In all honesty, it just looks cooler. Whether it's more effective or not is irrelevant. It just looks better. It looks more Star Wars-y when you alternate them. So, yep, okay. That's our group. And we still have 30 points to spend. So current mods are blast doors, deflector shields, ground support package, operations center. So that's all stuff that's hardwired in. Dedicated targeting core does increases the range bonus to 40% for cruisers and 60% for capital ships. We are a cruiser, I believe. I think this is still considered a cruiser. So basically just increases the range of our weapons. Other stuff we can currently put on here. Could make this thing go fly faster, increase the ship maneuverability by 50%. Cargo holds, not going to worry about that. Flux distributor. So, increases the ship's flux dissipation by those numbers. No big deal. Hardened subsystems, increases peak operating time for ships. Reinforced bulkhead, so hull integrity is increased by 40%. Always like that. Surveying equipment, I'm not going to worry about that for now. So we still have 15 points to play around with. And go. The barrage of lasers is such a Star Wars thing. It is. That's why you have to do it. Again, it's not about being effective. It's about being pretty and looking good. It's all about appearances. Substance doesn't matter. It's all about appearance. So anyway, so we have we took out our regular TIE fighter, put in another squadron of interceptors, TIE interceptors, which are way better than the base TIE fighter. It's not even close. So even without shields, they both don't have shields. This more reinforced bulkheads. We can keep that targeting core for now. So we're set. We need a name. This is the Imperial Ulysses. I don't know what else name to give it. Execute fire pattern. Disco Rave. Exactly. Well, Disco Rave would means you have to have different colors. Right now all the lasers are green. We'd have to put in the red ones and the orange ones and the blue ones. The red ones. So, anyway, so here you go. So now Mr. Lancer here. So he's got the quad lasers and duals. So this is just basically an anti-missile, anti-fighter stuff. So a picket ship of sorts. Integrated targeting. So in this case, extends the range by 10% because this is a frigate. Once again, it goes frigate, destroyer, cruiser, capital. This is a frigate, so the smallest of the ships. But it's good. And weapon groups for you. Auto fire everywhere. That matters. And then alternating. It's fine. Imperial Ghost. And then our little freighter. Love these things. Love these things. And there's not really much to do with this one other than weapon groups. And one thing about these is if these ever get into combat, you're screwed. So it doesn't really matter what they have on them. Because they don't fight well. They die really quickly. All freighters do. But still needs a little defense. And once we get some other stuff, we'll probably swap these out for something else. Shielded cargo holds. Commonly found on ships that can't always rely on shields to protect their cargo from cosmic radiation. Only a few tweaks are needed to have the shielding confound long-range cargo scans, reducing the probability of contraband being detected. So, and we have a salvage gantry too here too. So this is nice to have. Helps with salvage. Deflector shields, of course, and stuff. Okay, so we're set. There's us. That's our crew cargo. I guess we should click on that, get those blueprints, and get this thing activated too. So, there's our fleet. Okay, so anybody feeling lucky? We can rename people if we need to. Currently, he has gunnery implants, so he's on the right ship. And then she is combat endurance, so it doesn't really matter. We need to get another combat ship to get her onto our regular ship, because she's not going to pick up any real experience on this thing. Which one do you have left? 159,000. Ships, that's supplies. Buy. It's anti-assault cruiser. 1 medium energy, 5 small energy, 1 fighter bay. So it's a little mini Star Destroyer. Tartan patrol cruiser. You have 12 small energy, so a companion to the Lancer. Now these have damage, the little orange things are the demods, which we can fix. So this thing has medium tractor beam emitter, deflector shield, 6 medium energy, 14 small. So it's a little gunboat. This is a destroyer, right? No, it's classified as a frigate. Okay. Raider Corvette. Oh, missile boat. I'm gonna pick you up. I like a missile boat. Oh, I just recognized what this is. Over in the X4 with the Star Wars mod, I love these ships over there because they're so customizable, what you can do with them. Because of the way it works over there is you can make them into missile boats, or you can make them into a combination missile boat and guns, and it works. So got that. So it comes out with advanced targeting computer, which is all point defense weapons to get the best possible target leading. Damage to missiles and fighters is increased by 100%. Got blast doors, of course, and a deflector shield. Anything else here? Maybe, except for the thrusters for more maneuverability. Oh, wait, what's this? Increases the ship's maneuverability by 50%. We'll wait and see how much we have left over. Just got to put weapons on this thing still. It's got medium energy, so if missiles go. Do them in there. So just a little combination missile or shields and armor. So small energy, so we put the laser cannons because we do have. How do we get more? How do you know? No, sorry, this is right. Never mind. Oh, it's a turbo lasers, not laser cannons. Well, we want laser cannons. We already have these. Oh, why? Because it's coming from a different group. That's why. Okay, so those are laser cannons for shooting down missiles and fighters, and then a little medium energy on the front end. Do a heavy toolbar laser to give a little bit more punch. Damage per second 53 versus 73, so this one's a little bit better. Real fire delay is 5.45. 0.65, so it fires a little bit faster. We can put an ion cannon on it. Or octuples. They're not for sale here. Well, actually, we don't have the hard points for them. No, wait a minute. Actually, do we? I don't think. Yeah, we don't have the hard points for them, and then it doesn't look like they're for sale here anyway. Do I want an ion cannon or something else? We'll give the dual laser. Give a little bit of punch. And we got some points to spend still, so we want to get these up to 10 at least. 5 points left over. Get anything good? Increases the ship's flux capacity, depending on the hull size. Not as efficient as the flux capacitors. Flux distributor, same deal, right? Increases the flux dissipation by that, depending on the hull size. Not as efficient as flux vents, though. Hardened subsystems, so it can fly around longer. Probably not a bad idea to put this in for now, because we don't have a very big fleet. So we don't have a big fleet, so we have got to make them a little bit, give them durability. Okay, so here's weapon groups. You're alternating. You're linked because there's only one of you, and they're linked. So you're set. And this one we can't do anything with because he's maxed out on capacitors and vents, and there's nothing else to put in here. Is there? Nothing. This goes for 1 point. So we're good. Could put an ion cannon on this, though. Maybe. Can't 10 points. Let's put an ion cannon on there. Give it a little bit more punch. Well, a little bit more capability, I guess. Okay. We're going to change your ship over to it. So again, for her, it's combat endurance. Oh, that'll work too. That'll work. Custom reward unknown. Any leaders that need renaming? Sure, we got 2. I'll give you Mr. Thrawn Wannabe, the current commander of our Lancer. He's got gunnery implants, makes him good with lasers, which that's all that ship has. And then we've also, can be afraid, her, Lieutenant Commander Callisto Avior, currently commander of the Raider, who it's a missile and laser, boat type thing. So either one, it's up to you, of course. Can't rename Gimpy, so. Combat related skills, none. Ships, how many times do you have to repair this stuff? Okay, so go visit.
Hello, Gimpy. It is time to take a break. Go get some more water while you are up. This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Blah, blah, blah stuff. I don't get any use for a starship. Got a schematic, I guess, for schematics at the hangar, the security codes, guard schedule, anything came along with the operation so you know what it does. Our price is 9,900 credits. 9,900 credits. Non-negotiable, and you'll need to provide at least 10 Marines. So this is the break-in and kill steal stuff. No. Detailed info on this. And it's a Quasar, but no. Because you have to steal it. Don't really want to do that. See what this guy is. The location of our Paladin point defense system blueprint and so price. I don't care about that. Use the bar.
You did it wrong.
Didn't.
This is how you do it. Warg. Please excuse me. That was embarrassing. I meant to say. Jag.
Doesn't fit. Grand Admiral Vukulos doesn't fit. Oh, did they shorten the names? I could have swore we got those names in before. Okay, I think they shortened them. Feels like it's shortened. I have to see if I can make that longer somewhere. Anyway, keep in mind these guys never die. They don't even get injured. They just level up. So, there we go. Okay, so, you guys. I think so too. What the name like? I could have swore we had longer names before. I swore they were longer. But anyway. Com directory. Grand Moff. Mercenary. No, we don't have mercenaries. Good. There's our contact. Let's see what he's good for. Comes open. Do you have any work for me? Stuff. Surplus nanoforge reduction opportunity. Ask about the surplus heavy armaments. Discuss the potential ship sale. Surplus nanoforge reductions opportunity. The slots are valid for up to 100,000 credits worth of industrial production capacity. Oh, this is for producing stuff. So, no. Surplus heavy armaments. There are 20 units of heavy armaments that blah, blah, blah. If you can help me clear out this warehouse, do me a real favor. Fleet holds can accommodate an additional 1,200 units more. So what price is that? We have that. So this is basically he'll sell these heavy armaments to us and we can do whatever we want. At 240 per unit. Natural ship sale. For ship meeting requirements. So this. I have room in my collection for a ship meeting certain requirements. Requirements D-Mods 1. But for a ship meeting these requirements. No. We sell ships to him. Think about it. So those armaments. So these are 331. That's the price. That's the price to buy. So, but they sell them for up to 700. Anyway, I gotta take a break. So, not gonna worry about that. So, gonna get up, stretch my legs, get some water, go check on Mrs. Gimpy and Rocket, see what they're up to. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy the dog and kitten video.